Good day, each and every one. It's a very beautiful day today. Not raining as yet. But as some of you know, I love to record in the outdoors. Enjoy the beautiful scenery today, beautiful skies as we see it. So I just want to do a video. Maybe I should, I don't know if I could take a just keep it on the skies this way. That's a nice view right there. But anyway, I'll hold it this way as long as I can. So you already know my name. My name is Aurel Campbell. I'm a teacher, a prophet, and interpreter of dreams sent by Yahuwah to the nations. Now I want to do more of a prophetic insight and an interpretation of this pastor's dream. Not dream. He had given a prophecy. And this pastor's name is Gilbert Cevera. His name is Gilbert, Pastor Gilbert Cevera. I will, add some additional information to him, right? So I'm here to break down what he says, and I know some people don't trust what he had said and regarding President Trump. So I'm here to give you some additional insight as to what he has said. All right, I'll try to make it as easy for you to understand, much easier, right? And I'm going to quote some of the stuff that he has said. But before I do so, right, um, I want to say, um, 1 Corinthians 13, verse 9 says, we know in parts and we prophesy in parts. Now, as I've told you before, my job is Yahuwah allows certain prophecies to come towards me. Not all prophecies comes towards me. So I'm able to put the pieces together. So whenever I give you information, it's because it's coming from Yahuwah. These prophecies are not directly coming from me, but I have listened to several prophecies, dreams, and all these other people, and able to give it back to you sometimes in a one sentence form. And it takes me many, many hours of listening to prophecies just to understand it and put it together so that you can have a better understanding of things. Plus, my additional knowledge that has been bestowed upon me through Yahuwah. All right. So, and then it says here, my people perish for lack of knowledge. And that's Hosea 4, verse 6. My people perish, or I should say, let me read it, quote part of it here. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. That's Hosea 4, verses 6. I didn't read the entirety of it. Okay, so now apparently I was reading something from another channel, and I discovered this prophet Gilbert Cevera. Someone was given another a prophecy that he had said, and this person was very skeptical of some of the things that he had said, and so I saw this prophecy and I ran into it, and this is what it says, right? And here's what he said. I'm quoting now. This is what the Lord has given me, and I want to clarify some things. And this is what I heard, United States. It says Trump will not be president. Uh, End of quotation. Now, and then I'm going to go on to say another quote that he did. It says, quotation, I am not lying to you in waking on every, I'm walking on very dangerous ground. Okay? It says I'm walking on very dangerous ground. Now this guy is very, very I guess it was very hard for him to put out this prophecy because everyone around him is saying Trump will be president. So here I am. I'm here to break this thing down to you so you can have a better understanding. All right. So here I go. He is not wrong with whatever he's saying, and he is hearing correctly from Yahuwah. Just like in 2020, people says prophets were saying uh, President Trump was gonna win. A lot of prophecies were out there. President Trump is gonna win, and then you had a few people who also states that President Biden was gonna have the election. So now, but what Yahuwah did not tell us is that that the election was going to be stolen. And some people, when they did not see President Trump getting the win, they backtracked on what they thought they heard and said maybe that they were wrong. So now, even in this election, people are still a little bit scared in coming forth and releasing information as to what Yahuwah tell them. As you can see, this gentleman, Gilbert Cevera, is very afraid to put out such things like President Trump will not be president of the United States. Okay, but let me break this down for you. I'm gonna break this down for you now. That is, and before I move on, both prophecies of President Trump winning, and also both prophecy of Biden, well, whatever call it, winning, were both true. Okay, um, because one was stolen and the other, Yahuwah. This is per Yahuwah. So you're not wrong. Likewise, this gentleman, Pastor Gilbert Cevera, is not also wrong when he states that President Trump will not be president of the United States. Be very careful here. United States. Remember, let me quote what he says before I understand it. This open quotation. This is what the Lord has given me, and I want to clarify some things. And this is what I heard. United States. Right? Period. It says Trump will not be president. End of quotation. Okay? So listen, now I'm going to break this thing down for you. The United States as we know it is a corporation. Okay? United States as we know it is a corporation. Now, and corporations as you know it, or companies as we know it, not any and everyone can go up in there and say that I want to become the president of a company, or I want to become the CEO of a company. You have to either go through a family lineage, or you have to be buddy with certain group of people. You have to do certain things to be in certain league, to be a part of these organizations. For example, let's say Apple. Okay, so and Apple, Berkshire Hathaway, these are major big companies. So you can't just walk in there from off the street and say, I have this great knowledge, I know how to run this company, no matter how great you are. You can't just walk in there and say, I have this degree and I can do this job. All right? So it's almost the same thing with the United States. They have sold us this thing that anyone can become president. But as many of you already know, is that most, if not all, but a lot of the presidents since JFK, they're connected. They're related. Almost every one of them are related, whether or not you want to believe it or not. Through some form of whatever situation, they're related. So these people are hanging on to power. And remember, I keep on telling you, President Trump must not be president, or else they're gonna stop. They're gonna do whatever they can do to stop him, including what you have been witnessing on national TV with the attempts on his life. So these situations are happening right in front of our face, and they will do the democratic society will do any and everything to get rid of president. this president. But Yahuwah has uh, as a protection around him, whether or not you want to believe it, because he has to do this job, even though they do not want him to be a part of it. Yahuwah has given the ability and the capability to do this job. Now, his name is Trump, and Trump is in the Bible, the last Trump. I don't remember which book it is. Yahuwah quoted that, put that out to me. So President Trump is your last president. A book was written by, I don't remember the name of the person, many years ago. President Trump is your last, let me put that, President Trump is your last elected president of the United States. Whether there's going to be a second term or a third term, he is your last elected president of the United States by the people. There will never be another elected president after Trump. Okay, so therefore, I wanted to understand these things that are going on. The United States are a corporation. The states are a corporation, run in somewhat independently. Now, I don't fully understand everything, but I can just give you what I understand. Like say California, New York, or whatever. Each of these states are independently owned, are run by these corporations. These are corporations. The states itself is a corporation. Okay, so they know certain people have to sign on to certain things, and if you notice, a lot of the people in Congress, they are lawyers. You have to be in a certain category to be running certain organizations. You have to be in a certain family to be running to be a congressman or something like that. All right, or if you're not a family member, you'll have to do certain rituals to let them know that you are down with certain things. So it's the same thing. And I've told you before, President Donald Trump is not really, he is a part of some secret society, but he is not 100% within the secret society, because he has a mind of his own, and there are certain things that he will not do. Certain things that he will not do or be associated with, like P. Diddy. Okay, so these are reasons, and and trust me guys, if they had any dirt on him whatsoever, it would have been out. But all of these other people have dirt. They don't have any dirt on President Trump. That's why they're taking him to court, right, left and center, and all of these things, to try to pin him to something that can literally take him down. And with all of these court cases, as you can see, that he's still surviving them. Even with the attempted, he's still surviving them. He has gotten even much better. So when this pastor says Gilbert Cevera is, when he said that the Yahuwah said that President Trump will not be president of the United States, it is true. And as I've told you, when President Trump wins tomorrow, the Democratic Society is going to do everything within their power to make sure that he does not get in. So therefore, they are going. The United States, as we know it right now, is spiritually divided and is going to be physically divided in the very near future. So let me get into this. I don't want to keep this video too long, but I just want to give you a snippet of some of the things that you may need to understand in order for you to get a better grasp of things. Okay, so the United States, as we know it, is the Washington D.C. is in the District of Columbia, right? So this District of Columbia is a separate entity, is not a part of the United States of America. People in District of Columbia are not allowed to vote in presidential, I think it's a presidential election, I don't remember, but they're not allowed to vote certain to be a part of the, I think, don't quote me by this, but they're not allowed to be someone of let's put it this way. Washington D.C. is a sovereign state. They're not like the other states. So that's why the government is in that building. So all the laws are passed within that state because it's sovereign. It's sovereign of the entire country. So that means that it could do any and everything. All the laws are passed there, so it's sovereign. It's a sovereign state, just like the Vatican is sovereign. So basically, they could do a lot of things in Washington and get away with it because they are sovereign. All right, they're not subject to any laws, any other laws, stuff like that. So it's very complicated, and I don't fully understand everything, so I don't really want to get into it. But this is just a snippet for you, for folks who may know this already, or something that maybe this is something that I'm introducing to you. All right, so that you can have a better understanding. So the United States now is going to be you have some people within the government that is fighting against some bad people, especially in the military. You have some good people that's trying to clean up the United States. That's why President Trump said he's going to clean up the swamp. Yes, there are some people within the military. I don't know who they are. They're working behind the scenes, and as we know it right now, America is divided, and they're working behind the scenes to get rid of corruption. All right, so uh, a lot of congressmen, senators, and all of these people are going to be going under because of all the wickedness and treason that they have done to the United States of America. All right. So this is what's going on. So America is going to be broken up in the near future, and then we're going to come under what's called a republic. America is going to be renamed. It's going to be a republic. I don't know what the name is going to be, but let's look at the definition of a republic. So when President Trump actually comes into power, it's going to be not the United States that is coming under. I don't even think, as far as I know, is not going into Washington, D.C. All right, it's going to come under the republic. Now, let's look up the meaning of a republic. Remember, I told you, we are in the last days, and Yahuwah is in control of these things, all right? It says, meaning a definition, a YouTube definition, a Google definition, if republic is a state in which supreme power is held by the people and their elected representative, which has an elected or nominated president rather than a monarch. So we are headed into a republic. Remember now, we have Republicans and Democrats. The United States was first formed under the Republican governance. That's where black people in America, regardless of what we think that it was, it's for the younger folks, we want to think that it was Democrats who gave us our rights. But no, the first rights came through the Republican parties. Okay? So therefore, Yahuwah will be lifting up back the Republican parties. Now, don't get me wrong. There are people who are corrupt in the Republican parties. And these people are going to be taken out by Yahuwah and taken out by the military that's doing their job. All right? So, and that's why you have people like Marjorie Taylor Greene, who has been Democrat, has gone from being a Democrat to Republican or independent. They've switched sides because they now realize the true nature of the Democratic Party. And as for you Christians out there, it's the Antichrist is going to come through the Democratic Party. That's why they hate Christians. That's why no one, if you're a true Christian, I don't care at this moment, you shouldn't be voting Democratic, period. All right? Kamala Harris says the other day when the young kids, they said, Jesus is Christ, she said, you are at the wrong party. She is absolutely true. That's the truth. You are in the wrong crowd if you are thinking that Jesus Christ is king and you ain't going to vote, and then you're going to vote for Democrats. I call them democratic society. But many of us eyes has not been opened to the truth. That's why I did a prayer yesterday asking Yahweh to open our eyes to the truth. So now I want to make sure that Pastor Gilbert Cevera, his ministry don't get attacked from what he said, the prophecy that was gone forth, because the prophecy is true. All right. So we are going to go from the United States of America, which is a corporation, to a republic system. And that's when you see President Trump comes to office, which is going to be a while, guys. I don't know. Because I don't know what, I have the date that he's supposed to come in, but I don't even know what year we are in based upon Yahweh's calendar. So I can't give you an exact time. But from what I did a calculation, the minimal calculation is almost 8 to 12 months minimum before President Trump comes in, or it could be more, right? So I need for you to take that into consideration. Now comes December. December is going to be a very pivotal moment, or a time when America shall be, hopefully the eyes are going to be open to what the Democratic Society has been doing for many, many years. Because the Democratic Society, they're going to try to hold on to power. They will not let go of power so easily. And these people, these people, these people have gotten us. People like Barack Obama, smooth talker. These people gotten us. I've always used to say that the last president of the United States was JFK. And you can see what happened to JFK, because he was trying to open up the truth. Anytime you start to speak the truth, people are going to kill you for the truth. Likewise, President Trump is trying to open the eyes of the American public, and they're going to try to take him out. They will take him out in the end. But before that happens, he has to do his job in America. He has to rebuild America. All right? So we are going to go through wars. Kamala Harris will be your president. Exchange of power will not take place for a while. These are things that's going to happen because of war and civil unrest within the United States come December 4th. All right? So pay attention to what's going on in the near future. The Democrats, they're going to try to hang on. Remember, Obama did not leave Washington. He is still in power. He's calling the shots. So you need to pay attention to all of these things, as he will be your last president of the United States of America, or whatever country you want to call it. The one world order government. He's coming back on board. So Kamala Harris is the one that will break down the Constitution so that Barack Obama can come again. So now you get the picture. Hopefully you do. Thank you for your time. And please don't let Pastor Gilbert Cevera come under attack, because what he heard is true. I try to give you the breakdown of the reason as to why that is going to happen. So pray for President Donald Trump. Pray for his team. Pray for America, because things are not going to be the same after tomorrow. It's already not is. Thank you in the mighty name of Yahushua Mashiach.